Hey everybody, it's Tara Green here, and it's just the start of the sun. Mercury Kazemi here. I'm going to light a candle here and invite the sun, the star of our solar system, and the planet Mercury, which is the magician in the tarot, to be here in this circle and in my heart for all the children. So 3:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when this starts. And then the planet Saturn, which represents in the tarot the devil, and Capricorn. So we will call upon the symbol of Saturn to transmute the evil in the world as it later conjoins us. Hold on a second. Okay, so 3:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Sun conjuncts Mercury. So we call upon Mercury, the trickster, the messenger of the gods, the psychopomp, who can travel between the upper worlds of the gods and the heavens and down into the lower worlds of Hades to meet Pluto. Only Pluto is the only other god that can traverse through the worlds. So the Quicksilver messenger, the one that rules our minds, rules our consciousness, rules how we think, how we analyze, our ability to conceive of the universe. And note that above the magician's head, he has the infinity symbol, which is the number 8 turned on its side. And we are in a number 8 year, so all time is now. So you might want to take the position of the magician. He has his right hand raised. He's carrying a wand, and I have my beautiful smoky crystal wand. My cat Vesta has just entered the ceremony because she loves ceremonies. And you want to raise your right hand and draw down the power of the cosmos. And again, let it go through your heart chakra and bring it down into the earth. So the magician works with the 4 elements. That's what his table or his mesa is all about there. So we want to think about, number 1, new ideas, new consciousness, new elevated thoughts. We want to release the old. Remember that these 3 planets, Mercury and Saturn, the Lord of time, karma, limitations, obstacles, testing. Saturn rules everything in the earth plane, and that's why he's pictured as the devil in the tarot, because you don't want to sell yourself to the devil, to the material world. And it's related to Capricorn. And Saturn rules also Aquarius, and Pluto is, again, entered Aquarius. So the thinking, the consciousness, the everything that is, and Saturn, which is everything that's manifested in the material world, basically. And here we are in the material world. So Saturn is the father, it's the patriarchy, it's history. We need to honor that history because it's because of the history and the ancestors and the bones, which is what Saturn creates, that we are here. So we want to honor our ancestors in this ceremony, calling on our physical ancestors in this lifetime and calling upon all our ancestors in all lifetimes, because we have been different traditions, different races, different sexes. And we want to bring all of those ancestors who love us. And we want to call upon our higher selves, our holy guardian angels. So Saturn was originally the Great Mother. We're all birthed. Our souls are infinite, just like the symbol on the magician there. And we enter into the physical room through our mother's sacred wombs, which is a totally sacred space. Cannot be defiled, never needs cleansing. There's a lot of misconception about that out there with a lot of New Age sort of witches and whatnot. But the womb is an immutable, totally virgin, whole into itself, cosmic, physical space. So it's really ruled by Saturn. So we want to cleanse the wombs of the women of the world to bring forth new ideas, new children. The womb is not just for birthing children, it's also for birthing ideas. So for women, we want to cleanse your womb. We want to bless the material world, and Mercury and Saturn, which are meeting. Saturn is meeting later. So this rare Kazemi, okay, it hasn't happened since February 25th, 1965, which I looked up again. The Beatles were at their heyday. A lot of magical, mystical songs at that time. Mercury and Saturn will meet at 10:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's in about 6.5 hours. And then later on the day, the Sun and Saturn meet in Pisces, 9 degrees as well, at 4:25 p.m. So for the 3 planets, and we call the sun a planet just to make it simple, to be sitting at 9 degrees, it's like 999. So we're going to party like it's 999 as well. For them to do that at that kind of last degree of that first decan of Pisces is very important. So there's Pisces, symbolized by the card of the moon, number 18, which reduces to 9. You know, 9 is always a magical number. We want to go into our dreams for healing. We want to go into our imagination, which the magician also rules. Anything we can imagine is real. So we want to bring everything we've experienced karmically, which is ruled by Saturn, the lord of karma, time, death, everything we've experienced in our past lives, which is what Pisces represents because it's the 12th sign. We want to bring that into a state of really harmony, being in the gold, the blessing of the Kazemi, the planet sitting in the heart of the sun. Very rare, very special event. I believe that there was only 2 or 3 other times this had happened since around the 400s that I did my research on this. So Pisces, for everybody, it's collectively like a Saturn return, while Saturn is in Pisces from March 23rd, 2023 until February 20th, 26, when Saturn and Neptune meet at 0 Aries. So this is a final fantasy, a final stage of working through our old shadows. And really now is the time to do the deep work, especially with Chiron, the wounded healer, and the South Node Chiron and the North Node conjunct in Aries, the 15th degree, the most powerful one. So Pisces, letting go, surrender, not being the martyr. Pisces is not associated with, Neptune, the ruler of Pisces modern, is not associated with any cards, but it is associated with the hangman in the tarot, if there was going to be outer planets related to the tarot cards. So not being the martyr, not being the victim. So we're going to open up all of those old stories about being a victim and letting them go and releasing all karmas, conscious, unconscious, from all timelines now. Because all time is now. That's very clear. We're in a number 8 year, very clear. We're at a very, very critical stage right now. So I call upon the goddess Lakshmi to help us out here. And Ganesha, there's a little gold statue of Ganesha here, which is where I'm making a little special tincture there as well. There's Ganesha. We call upon Ganesha to remove all the obstacles. There's some beautiful black stones here on the symbol of Saturn. There's a gold stone there. You can see it glittering. A special star there, the magician, my special Herkimer diamond, a black hand-painted jaguar little mask that I got when I was in Costa Rica last year, and a little crab, which is usually Cancer, but anything out of the water is related to Pisces, and our bodies are mainly water. So you can see I have other tinctures sitting here. I've been working at this altar for a while. So we want to think about the sun and the light of the sun. There's a citrine there to bring in wealth. The pine cone there is to symbolize our pineal gland being open. Pisces is related to that as well. And to feel the blessing of sitting in the heart of the sun. So I am going to do a live broadcast tomorrow. I'm going to talk a little bit more about all of these elements, the quicksilver, the lead, which is Saturn, the heaviness, the depression, the mental illness that Pisces rules, the releasing of all that, the addictions of being on the internet, of porn, of illusions, delusions, projections, toxic relationships, feeling like that, holding on to the victimhood, fear of success. We're going to release all of that as the sun is going to bathe us in this golden light, just like this candle. There's like a mini sun. And we're going to work with the third chakra, which is related to the sun as well. And of course, our hearts and our bones and the ancestors. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to be live on Zoom at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in sync with this planetary, rare planetary alignment. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. And this will be recorded, and you will be able to listen to it after if you need. So for the ceremony, I recommend that you wear gold jewelry or wear the color yellow, gold. Bring in whatever elements you have on hand. I'm using black sesame seeds to offer to Saturn. Anything silver, we're just going to use silver for Mercury. wear your best silver jewelry. You know, this is my power bracelet that I always wear from Zuni Pueblo.